ready for questions.
Are you looking forward to possibly playing a team from Mexico?
Si tienes ganas de jugar contra un equipo de México.
Sí, claro, es un partido muy bonito contra un gran rival que viene haciendo las cosas muy bien, que tiene un gran técnico, jugadores jóvenes, jugadores con experiencia y bueno, va a ser un bonito reto para nosotros y mostrar también la calidad que nosotros tenemos.
Of course, I think it's going to be a nice game against a great team who's shown that they've been doing things really well. They have a really good coach, so we know that it'll be a really a quality test for us, but also a chance for us to show the quality that we have on the team also.
Do you have any friends on the team?
¿Tienes amigos en Pachuca?
Sí, pero están con selección.
Yes, but they're with the national team.
Oh, okay. And have you filled in your teammates and everybody on Pachuca? Do you have any insight that you felt they might need?
Si has hablado con los compañeros y si les has dado algún consejo sobre cómo juega Pachuca.
Sí, bueno, también hemos visto videos de cómo juega Pachuca y bueno, lo que yo puedo decir de Pachuca es que tienen mucha juventud y por ende es un equipo que es muy intenso, que también a su técnico, bueno, el técnico me gusta mucho su idea de juego, que siempre les gusta tener la pelota y cuando no tienen la pelota les gusta recuperarla rápida, entonces son muy intensos también en la parte defensiva y bueno, tratar de neutralizarlos con la posesión de balón nuestra. Creo que este partido va a ser un bonito reto para nosotros.
Yes, and we've also watched videos of Pachuca. I think they're a very young team and a very intense team. They're a team that always likes to have the ball, and when they don't, they try to press and win it back very quickly. That's the style of their coach, and I like that as well. So they're a very intense team to play against, so it's going to be a great challenge and a good opportunity for us.
Has Joseph's return affected you? Has it caused you to work harder in training or anything like that?
Si el regreso de Joseph te ha afectado a ti, si te empuja para entrenar más fuerte o algo así.
No, no me ha afectado, todo lo contrario, me ha ayudado bastante. Por ahí hemos jugado juntos en los entrenamientos y la verdad es muy fácil jugar con él. Es un gran jugador inteligente, con experiencia, con mucha calidad y bueno, estoy tratando de aprenderle lo mejor de él y bueno, va a ser una bendición jugar a su lado.
No, it hasn't affected me. I would say the opposite. That we've been training together, and he's such a smart player and a talented player and guy that I like to play with. So it's been great to train with him and to play together, to learn from him. And honestly, it's just a blessing to play with him.
Last one from me. Pineda said 2 weeks ago that you are capable of also playing on the wing. And right now, as the dominoes are falling, there may be a hole on the left wing. Have you been training there the past 2 weeks?
Gonzalo ha dicho hace unos días que también puedes jugar por la banda y pues por la cuestión de lesiones, sí es una posición que has estado entrenando.
Sí, bueno, es una posición que pues no solo he entrenado estas 2 semanas, sino también es una posición en la que he jugado sobre todo en México. Acá me ha tocado jugar más de centro delantero, pero en México también en muchas ocasiones me tocó jugar de extremo por izquierda y es una posición que conozco y me gusta también porque muchas veces recibes de frente al arco y no tanto de espaldas como es de centro delantero.
Yeah, it's a position that not only have I trained it here sometimes in the last 2 weeks, but it's a position that I'm very familiar with from in Mexico, playing as a left winger. It's a position that I like because you get the ball facing goal as opposed to always having your back to goal. So while here so far I've played mostly as a number 9. It's a position that I'm very familiar with.
Ronaldo, with this break in the season, has there been any specific point of emphasis that Gonzalo and the coaching staff have been trying to work with the team on over these last couple of weeks, and just how has it gone? How has the intensity been in training?
¿Cómo ha sido las últimas 2 semanas de entrenamientos, la intensidad y si hay algún punto de enfoque del cuerpo técnico?
Sí, estas semanas que no hemos tenido partidos han sido semanas muy intensas de entrenamiento. Sabemos que la primera parte no fue como esperábamos, como hubiéramos querido, y estamos trabajando muy duro para esta segunda parte del torneo obtener mejores resultados y los detalles finos como la definición o estar un poco mejor parados defensivamente es lo que hemos trabajado en estos entrenamientos.
Yes, even though we haven't had a game, these 2 weeks have been very intense training sessions because we know that the first half of the season didn't go as we wanted it to. So now we're working really hard in training to improve and get better results in the second half, and just trying to work on those small details that can be so important in games, whether it's our finishing or how we're set up defensively. So it's been very intense 2 weeks.
Last one for me, just with a break in the season like this, does it feel like a time where you're able to kind of reset and almost feel like a new season starts going forward from this point?
Sí se siente como es un nuevo comienzo, ¿no? La segunda vuelta del torneo.
Sí, es una nueva oportunidad, más que un nuevo comienzo, es una nueva oportunidad de demostrar el talento. Yo siempre lo repito, desde que llegué me sorprendió mucho el talento que hay aquí y espero que muy pronto se den esos resultados para que toda la gente vea la calidad que hay en este equipo y sobre todo los fans estén contentos con las victorias.
Yeah, I think it's a new opportunity. So it's not so much a new start as just a new opportunity for us to show what we can do and show the talent that we have on this team. I've always said it since I got here, the level of talent on this team and the quality that we have. So we want to show it and be able to give the fans that joy.
Ronaldo, históricamente los equipos mexicanos le han ganado a los equipos de la MLS, ¿no? Y hay una rivalidad. Eso hace la expectativa siempre en México. ¿Cómo se siente estar al otro lado ahora como mexicano, pero jugando para un equipo de la MLS con esa, no presión, pero oportunidad?
Just about Liga MX teams and MLS teams and the rivalry that exists and how it feels now being on this side.
Sí, bueno, yo creo que pues, en el fútbol, del lado que estés, siempre quieres ganar. Y obviamente cuando estaba en México y nos tocaba venir acá, queríamos ganar para demostrar que la Liga Mexicana era mejor, pero ahora que estoy de este lado, yo quiero demostrar que la MLS es mejor. Y bueno, creo que en los últimos años la Liga MLS ha igualado o hasta superado en resultados a la Liga MX y bueno, esperamos mañana también tener un gran partido y seguir demostrando que la liga está creciendo, que hay jugadores con calidad, que hay jugadores que pueden responder y que tienen mucho futuro.
In soccer, whatever side you're on, you always want to win. So when I was, part of Liga MX and we came here to play, I always wanted to win. And now it's the same here that I'm in MLS. I want to show that an MLS team can beat Liga MX. I think you've seen in the last couple of years that MLS continues to grow, and it's now equal, if not better, than Liga MX. And we want to show that. We want to show that the quality that we have on this team. So I think the league is going to continue to grow, and but I always want to win.
¿Has hablado con la dirigencia de acá? ¿Sabes algo de tu futuro? ¿Alguna claridad acerca de ese tema?
No, hasta el momento no, pero yo sigo muy contento aquí y trabajando día a día para estar el mayor tiempo posible acá.
No, I haven't talked with the club about my future, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy here. We got time for one or two more. Anyone has it?
¿Cómo te sientes jugar con un director técnico mexicano? Increíble, ¿no?
How he feels playing for a Mexican coach.
Sí, obviamente que Gonzalo pues es un entrenador joven que apenas está empezando su carrera como técnico, pero pues, todos lo conocimos de jugador, fue un grandísimo jugador y para el mexicano es un ejemplo de superación, de talento, de disciplina, Gonzalo, porque siempre en los equipos donde estuvo tuvo buenas temporadas, siempre mostró calidad, talento, buen fútbol y ahora como técnico la verdad estoy muy sorprendido con la forma de trabajar que tiene. Es un técnico que tiene todos los detalles muy bien vistos, que tiene una gran idea de juego. También él tuvo grandes técnicos que durante su carrera le ayudaron para ser lo que es hoy y bueno, nosotros dentro de la cancha intentaremos ayudarlo para que él también tenga una larga carrera como técnico como la tuvo de jugador.
Yes, he's a young coach just starting his coaching journey, but as Mexicans we all know him and remember him from his playing career, and he's an example of just talent and discipline, and it's been great to have him as a coach. So we're learning from him, and as players we're trying to help him in his coaching journey. He's a coach who's very well prepared, always pays attention to the details, and we're trying to help him have a very long, successful coaching career, just like he did as a player. All right, with that, we'll finish up. Thanks, Ronaldo.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Guys.
Thank you.
Good morning. Buen día.
All right, go ahead with questions for Gonzalo.
The team has reportedly signed a center back and a goalkeeper, both from Liga MX.
I'm sorry? What?
Can you confirm those reports, please?
No, I cannot confirm anything as usual. I mean, I told you this in the past. The club has the right channels to announce that, and obviously we are looking at different targets, but until it's nothing official, I cannot say anything. I'm sorry on that, but what I can tell you is yes, we've been looking for players to come to the team and try to impact in the second half of the season.
Can you share the other positions y'all are trying to strengthen?
Yeah, everything, pretty much everything. We have had the injuries in every line, and that's part of what has happened in the first 3-4 months of the season. So then we need to look at priorities and everything. But as you may know, at times it's not easy just to find players and salary cap world and all that. So yeah, we're trying to do the best. To fill a couple positions that we feel we want more competition and we need more numbers in those positions.
Because there is a trophy on the line on Tuesday, are you planning on fielding a strong 11?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm going to put probably two different teams out there. It's a good moment to try and to see other players, young players that have been doing good things in the second team. The Raymar, the Janis, the Noahs, the Aidens. I'm going to try to look at Eric Centeno too. So it can be a good opportunity for them, for young talented players to face a different type of opponent, and we can see them in a first team match as well. So I'm excited about that. But obviously, also it's going to be a good preparation for us against Miami. So that's what we have in our minds right now. So it can be almost as 11v11 before Miami, so it can be a good test for us. But obviously, understanding that Pachuca is a very good side in Mexico. They went to the final the last year. They're a very good team, very good coach, very good young talented players, and so it's going to be a very entertaining match.
I see that Sosa and Wiley and Chol have resumed training at some point in the past 2 weeks. And you also talked about Joseph trying to get him 90 minutes fit. Are those four players, are they now 90 minutes fit?
No, not all of them. I feel like Joe is. Santi's close. Matchup is just coming back. It's the first week that he's back. Okay. So they are in different stages in terms of that, but I would say that they are very close.
Last one from me. You talked about at one point playing two strikers with Joseph and Ronaldo. I'm curious if y'all worked on that, and you've also talked about Ronaldo being able to play on the wing, and with the red card, and 3-game suspension for Almada, there might be an opening over there if you move Moreno inside. Is that something that he's been training and working on?
Were you spying us in the week? No, we've been working on both. So the beauty of having someone like Ronaldo is someone that can play inside, he can play outside as well. And Marcelino is similar, even though his best position is probably more inside in that pocket on the left side. But Ronaldo can give us that flexibility in the attack. He can play as a second forward. He can open up a little bit more on the flank. If Marcelino is outside, he can be a number 9. The moments where Joseph drops a little bit in between the lines, he can attack the back with his pace. So he's someone that can give us some flexibility and not necessarily a straight 4-4-2 and just flat 2 forwards out there. But we can have different type of movements that can help the team.
You mentioned some of the young players that will get an opportunity that will be on the roster for the game tomorrow. Is there a chance for them to possibly come into your plans once the transfer window opens to possibly move them onto the first team roster from the 2s, or is this more just experience for them playing against a higher level of opposition?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of an opportunity for them, a reward for the second team, because at times when we look at the second team, maybe they haven't had the best results lately. I mean, they won the last game, but before that, they sometimes don't have the best results. But we're not looking specifically at the results. We're looking at the performance and the way they are improving, and we see improvement in all of them. And there are players that are having a good season individually, and they're trying to do the right things. So then this is a good reward for them to see kind of minutes in a different level. So hopefully I can give that to some of them. Maybe Aiden is one that might be joining for a few games,
okay.
But just out of necessity, because right now the only fullbacks we have are Caleb Wiley and Brooks Lennon. So he might be one that can stay with us for a little bit longer.
And with regards to Doug's question about the players being 90 minutes fit, you didn't mention Caleb. Would he be 90 minutes?
Yes, we think he is. Obviously, we have to see tomorrow how many minutes he plays, but
right.
We think that he can be available for 90 minutes against Miami, yes.
And then just more generally about this break in the season, has there been any major point that you've been focusing on with the team during this time, whether it's having to do with tactics, the shape, or anything like that, or is it mainly just trying to get the team kind of reset and refocused on the rest of the season?
Yeah, I will answer that. I will have to recall what I just said. I have also Mikey Ambrose, where I'm in on the right side.
Right.
I have only Brooks, so I need when we lost Ronald Hernandez, I need Aiden, but I know I have also Mikey with Caleb. On that, yes, we've been working on us these past weeks. Have been regrouping, trying to see specifically what we have done very well, because at times when things are not going exactly as you planned, at times you start to see only the negative things, and we have to really, and there are many positives that even if we improve those positives, we're going to get better results rather than fixing the wrong things, Mm-hmm. So at times it's a balance of reiterating and encouraging the good things we have done, which are a lot, and then obviously fixing a few things of the details that we think can help us to close down the games. So it's been a little bit of that, working on us, more than tactics, more than specific shapes. It's been more about us understanding better moments of the game, mentality, little details like total concentration in every play, every pass matters, every duel matters. So little things on concentration, on principles, how to press, cues to press, protecting the transition, better numbers in transition. And at times it has nothing to do with the shape. It has to do with, okay, if they leave 3 up top, we leave 4. And something where we understand every situation is different, but we adjust and we're always prepared for transitions. Things like that, and be more clinical in how we finish the plays. So whether it's an attacking sequence, we have to finish with a shot, always. So whether it's a goal, whether it's a corner kick, it's a throwing, we finish the plays. Defensive transition, maybe we have to finish it, and sometimes we want to be too pretty, we have to continue playing, we want to regain the ball and continue the tiki-taka. No, maybe at times we just have to kick it out because it's in dangerous spot, and if we lose the ball there, they can take us in transition. Little things like that, I think, can help us to manage better the games.
Gonzalo, what's your opinion on the 3-game suspension for Thiago Almada? Have you spoken with him? How will the team react tactically to that? And what kind of conversations have you had with the player?
well, I will keep my conversations a little bit in private. Obviously, we talk. Obviously, it's frustrating, right? That an action like that is getting the 3 games. We cannot do anything about that, and all we can do now is just to focus on how to maintain Thiago's caliber and level of performance in shape for the next time he's available against New York City. So that's one thing. The other one is obviously it's Miami, but then it's going to be Toronto away, and then very soon it's going to be New York Red Bulls. So kind of helps with that because we can actually take him to the trip to New York Red Bulls. We're staying in New York for the second game against New York City, so it will feel a little bit less maybe, but obviously it's frustrating that we lose a player like Thiago Almada. We have to talk to him. I don't think it was anything malicious or anything like that, anything like it was a big aggression, but obviously something he has to fix and understand that the way the referees react to certain things in Argentina and South America is very different here in the US. So we all have to adapt to that. So yeah, that's part of the message.
Ronaldo Cisneros wants to stay. He's been pretty open about that. What is your, I guess, position with his future here in the club right now?
We're very happy with Ronaldo. I think you all see what Ronaldo can provide, a very honest guy and a guy that is going to do whatever he has to do for the team to win. And at times he's sacrificing himself, at times he's chasing back right back, at times he's chasing back even a center mid, but also scoring goals. And he already showed that he can do both. He's a guy that is that all the people like him in the locker room. He's a very humble guy that does his job. He's good with everyone. So guys with that personality we want in the team. Obviously, then it comes to the contracts and loans versus buy and all that. That's not my role, but I would say that we are very happy with the way Ronaldo is integrating to the team, and obviously we have a lot of games ahead of us, and we don't need to talk about that until the end of the season in November the 5th, hopefully. So then we can talk more about the future plans for Ronaldo.
How would you describe perhaps your role, but also your influence that you can have with players from Liga MX coming to Atlanta United? I mean, you're well known. We understand that they're going to play for a Mexican coach. How would you describe just your sort of role in that process?
Well, I don't know if they know me because I played a long time ago, and many of them probably didn't even watch me playing. So I don't rely on that to coach them or do anything like that. I try to treat them the same. Like the same happened when I arrived to Cuba with Jurgen. Like the first conversation I had with them was, we're Mexicans, but if you think I'm gonna put you on the field just because of that, that's wrong. Like I'm gonna treat you as anyone, as if you are Argentinian, Uruguayan, Brazilian, American. I treat everyone the same in terms of fairness. Obviously, we have that little connection. We're from Mexico. Maybe we understand better the culture. Maybe I can advise them better off the field, the behaviors and all that, and how to adapt to the culture. But I do that almost with everyone. So I would say that it won't be very different to how I approach any other player in the squad.
But you have contacts there as well, and your assistants, I'm assuming, do as well.
Yes, to be honest, I lost my contacts. Like many of my contacts, like I've been here almost 9 years. So it's more Diego and Eugenio. They obviously have more contacts than I do. I try to be very clear that I don't do scouting. I don't do anything of that. I don't even like to receive phone calls from agents and that. I try to cancel all that. My job is to put the players that I have in my squad at the best of the levels. That's my job. Then, obviously, Carlos, the front office, they are in charge of the scouting and looking for players. We have discussions about positions and profiles and all that. But then, when it comes to players, I prefer them to do the job because it's not my position. I don't want that job. I prefer to be on the field, coaching, and that's where I am happy. Obviously, the contacts come at times. There are certain targets that there's opportunities that out of contacts and things come, and it can be good for the club. Okay, we're open, but everything goes from them to Carlos, and then he managed those.
And then just this opportunity to face Guillermo Almada, one of the best coaches in Mexico, a top coach in South America, already a candidate to succeed Tata Martino for the next cycle if that happens. Big opportunity for not just for your coaching staff, but just to sort of level set against a staff of that caliber, right?
Yes, I mean, I think also in MLS we have a lot of good coaches, good caliber coaches, and yes, Thiago is also very, very good coach in Liga MX. What he's doing, what he did with Santos Laguna, now what he's doing with Pachuca, I think is very good. Obviously, I don't know what's the approach that they will have towards the game because they're in preseason. I know they're having triple sessions, double sessions, so they might be looking for other things rather than really playing a competitive match. But I know they're a competitive side, and he is a competitive coach, so we will try to take it also seriously. But yeah, it's always good to face different styles. That's a good point, and we will have that against Pachuca and Almada.
On Thursday, there's a potential Atlanta could be awarded with at least some World Cup games. You've got a unique perspective. How big would that be for the city?
That would be massive. To be honest, I think it would be very, very important also for the World Cup. I think Atlanta has many of the things, if not all the things that a city needs to have to host games, and many games in a World Cup. I think you have everything. You have a great airport, a great training facility, or many training facilities. You have a fantastic stadium, top level. You have, the roof. You can open it up. You can close it down. No delays because of weather. So you have many, many positives out of Atlanta. But also the best part for me is the fan base. You have already a big, big fan base of football, love the game. So you don't even have to sell the product. Is here. So I think Atlanta becomes a very, very attractive team, but obviously I don't make the decisions. I'm just hoping and optimistically hoping for the decision, but I think that's going to impact massively the city. I can imagine the kids that are going to be able to watch some of the best players in the world here. That's going to grow the enthusiasm for the game, and it's going to be massive for all the people living in Atlanta.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
A esta etapa de tu vida, ¿cómo te sientes dirigir este equipo?
Oh, muy feliz. La verdad es que es como dicen en una softball, porque siempre ando hablando de esas cosas, ¿no? De cuán feliz me hace llegar aquí todas las mañanas, saludar al vigilante que está en la puerta y que siempre te llena de buena energía, buena vibra. Todas las personas que trabajan aquí son extraordinarias y venir aquí es un privilegio. Después hacer lo que más me gusta, que es dirigir el fútbol o estar en contacto con jugadores, tener el grupo de jugadores que tengo, es algo extraordinario que disfruto todos los días y que no me canso de repetirlo. Es un honor y un orgullo y estoy inmensamente feliz dirigiendo al Atlanta United.
There's a rumor that the goalkeeper in the media game stopped every one of your shots. I was curious if you would confirm that or not.
That's not a rumor, and I expect you to go more on the stats. He was outstanding. I think he closed down the expected goals by a large number. So
You can confirm who won, though, right?
yes, that's true. We won though, but they had a very good goalkeeper. It was similar to the game we won against Charlotte here. Like Kalima did a great job. We still win, but he did a great job. It was the same. Yeah. Is that okay? Okay. Thank you.